All right. Hopefully you guys have done the workouts and it's got to see the different stuff we've been doing so far. Today we have a little bit longer session, so that's great. And we can talk a little bit more about things. I've kind of touched on why you need fitness, what you kind of want to focus on in sailing, and some nutrition stuff, but I kind of wanted to go over that stuff a little bit more in depth. And if you guys have any questions throughout, like, please let me know. And then at the end too, we'll do a little Q&A if you guys want to ask anything. But I prepared a couple of slides too, just so you guys can follow along, and I can as well. See if this works. I tried it earlier. Should. So you guys should all see that, why we need fitness for sailing there. So we're going to talk about a couple different things. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is why we need fitness for sailing. So it might seem simple enough, but yes, you want to get stronger. And that goes for any sailing that you're doing. So no matter if you're racing or maybe you're just going out recreationally, you're still want to get stronger for sailing, so you're able to perform your task quicker and faster and easier. So getting stronger. We also can move faster when we're fit for sailing, and we can have more fun, because if you're stronger and you can move faster, you're going to have more fun out on the water and being able to perform what you're needed to perform for your sailing, whatever that might be. Maybe you guys would have been doing high school sailing. Some of you guys might be on keel boats. It all depends. In the summer, you might change different boats. So getting stronger and faster is really important, and then all in all, you'll have fun with doing that. Another reason you want to do fitness for sailing is to avoid injury. So we've talked a lot about and done at the beginning of our beginning of our exercises, stretching. So stretching is really important, but also being fit so that we're don't hurt ourselves when we're out doing our sailing, whether that's racing or recreationally. So being fit, you're going to enhance your performance both recreationally or whether you're racing for sailing. So that's our first one. The next thing I want to talk about is what is important in sailing fitness. So let's see, here we go. So our next slide, and I'll send these slides to Bill, and he can share them with everybody. If you guys have a notepad, you can take notes too. But just stuff. So what's important in our sailing fitness? So stretching, the first thing I wanted to touch on. And we do this before and after we do our exercises. So stretching is really important. I'm sure you guys all play other sports that you've done stretching for, but sailing, you don't see so much of that going on. How many of you guys may have gone to regattas and maybe seen people stretching? But most of the time I go to regattas, I don't see too much of that happening. So I think it's a really important thing that we have to incorporate into our sailing, not only before we do an exercise for sailing, but also before we actually go out on the water. Sailing, just as we do a strength workout, is a workout itself. So we really need to make sure that we're stretching both before and after, because if we don't, eventually down the road, we're going to lead to an injury. So stretching it, I can't stress that enough. And yeah, it might seem that it's not that important. I know I struggle sometimes to even get it in, but we really need to get that 5 to 10 minutes before and after to really help our muscles and to strengthen our bodies for our next time out on the water or for our workout. So stretching before sailing, we want to focus on dynamic stretching. And that is the stretching that we've done when we do our fitness activities. So dynamic stretching is moving through a range of motion, and they have the before stretching was static stretching. That's what everyone did. And then they changed it because they saw a decrease in performance, and it has now gone to dynamic stretching before physical activity. So you want to make sure you're trying to dynamic stretching. I've shown a lot of different ones to you guys already, and there's a lot more out there that you guys can research and do before you go sailing. Another thing is foam rolling. So foam rolling is a great thing to get out the tension in your muscles. And maybe some of you guys have done it before, but they show that doing it before activity really has helped to increase performance as well. So if you have a foam roller or you don't have one, maybe think about getting one, because it's a great thing you can carry along to different activities and get a little bit. You don't have to do it for an hour. You just do it for 5 to 10 minutes and get your muscles all loose and ready to go out for your activity. Then after sailing, we want to focus on static stretching, active isolated stretching, and foam rolling. So static stretching is just holding the stretch in the towards the muscle that we've done at the end of stretching, and active isolated stretching is kind of moving through the range of motion and holding it for a couple seconds and then coming back and doing that again. We've also done that as well. And then again, foam rolling at the end is really a great thing to add to your sailing fitness and also just your regular fitness in general. So like I said, stretching, it's even more important than getting that workout in. Really want to focus in on that stretching so that we can lead to less injury later down the road. So strengths, what else is important in our sailing fitness? Strength. So we want to focus in on our core strength, our arm and shoulder strength, our leg strength. These are a lot of the muscle groups that we're going to use while we're sailing. We definitely want to focus in on full body strength, but these are the specific areas that you're going to find that you want to have a little bit stronger when you're out sailing. And every boat's going to be a little bit different depending on what you are doing on a boat. So for example, someone crewing is going to need a little bit different strength than somebody skippering the boat. So it all kind of depends. And just same too, if somebody's going to be on a trap boat rather than a hiking boat. So different strength for different things, but all in all, through sailing is core, arm and shoulder strength, and leg strength is really stressors. So we do everything that we're doing and going to keep doing is stretching or strength with body weight. So you can really get a great workout in with no equipment at all, and you can really just use your body weight, especially if you're traveling or you're going anywhere. Strength with weights and equipment is important, especially if you want to strengthen yourself a little bit more in different areas, but really you can do a lot with body weight. So I'll talk later. We're going to continue doing these sessions, but more about what equipment is really great and that you can use. But for example, I really like bands and kettlebells and sandbags, something that's going to simulate what we're doing out on the water, and stuff that you can have at home with you, because we don't all have a gym or we all can't get there. And especially now we have to do a lot of things at home. So it's finding what you have at home and using that to your advantage. So body weight stuff is great, and you really get a great workout in, as you guys have already hopefully done the last couple weeks. Another important aspect of our sailing fitness is cardio. So with different maneuvers, for example, if we go for a rig roll tack and we have to get to the other side really quickly, you're going to feel that your heart rate's going to go up. So having cardio is really important to complete those fast maneuvers and get to the other side of the boat a lot faster. So having a good cardio strength is really important in our fitness as well. So sailing is great fitness in general. So if you're able to get out in the water and go sailing and stuff, that's a great thing. It's also important in finding fitness that we love to do every day. So find something you love and go after that. For example, I love running, so I incorporate that a lot into my routines, but not everybody loves running, and that's fine. So find something else that might be something that you know that you'll be able to complete, and it's going to help strengthen your strength and cardio in the process. All right. The next topic I want to talk to you guys about was, let me find my slide. So some nutrition tips. Just as much as fitness is important, and a lot of people stress the fitness side of things, however, what we're putting into our bodies is really, really, really important. I would also almost say it's more important than our fitness sometimes, because if we're not eating right and we're not putting what we need into our bodies, then we're not going to get out what we need into our fitness and our sailing ability. So I just wanted to touch on a couple tips for nutrition for sailing specifically. So hydration. So hydration is a really important thing that I think most people don't drink enough water. So drinking more water is really important, especially as the summer now is coming around. We want to make sure we're drinking, but even in the winter, we want to make sure that we're drinking lots of water. So how much water should you be drinking a day? So a lot of people say 8 glasses of water. That's a great recommendation, but the standard is drink half your body weight in ounces. And then if you're doing any activity, you got to have a little bit more water. So if you weighed 100 pounds, you want to drink 50 ounces of water with no physical activity at all. So you want to be drinking more than that. That seems like a lot of water, and it is a lot of water, but if you try to stick with more water than other drinks, then you're going to have a better success of reaching that every day. I love to use a glass that I know how much water it takes in it for a 16, like maybe a 16-ounce glass, or even just a water bottle that you know how many ounces are in it. So maybe it's a 40-ounce water bottle. Then you know, okay, I drank this and I have to drink maybe another one of those to meet my goal for the day. Another way to get to that goal is to create a hydration plan. It might seem kind of funny, but it's really something simple that you can do is just set reminders on your phone of like, okay, I'm going to drink, maybe you set one at 8 o'clock in the morning and you set another one at 10 and then 12. And just throughout the day, just remind you like, oh, I need to drink water. Have I drank enough water? And maybe not even setting that many, or setting maybe 2 to just to remind you. Maybe you've been busy. I know I've gotten to days, sometimes I get to the afternoon and I've been working out and doing other things and been so busy that I didn't drink enough water. And I'm like, man, I'm really dehydrated. So having that hydration plan is going to help you to reach that goal and not to ever get to that point. Because once we get to that point, it's really hard to come back and get hydrated again if we have other things that we need to get done. Another tip is get a reusable water bottle and just take it with you everywhere. Whether you're going out to the store or anything, just throw it in your bag and throw it into your backpack wherever you guys are going. If you carry that water bottle around, you're more likely to be drinking throughout the day rather than all at once, or never, or not getting to that goal that you need to get to. And this is important for us to go out in the water, that we need to keep drinking. Some people forget to bring their water bottles. I've ran several junior sailing programs and everybody forgets their water bottle in the summer. So really making that important step to remember wherever you go, and then you'll be getting to that hydration that you need to each day, and being able to perform in your daily life, but also being able to perform better out in the water. Because if you're nice and hydrated, you're going to be able to sail longer and be stronger out in the water. Sports drinks, I just wanted to touch on those. You really want to watch how much of those you're drinking. They're great carbs if you need them. And sometimes we need the sugar too if we're feeling a little dehydrated. I know sometimes when I get to a point, I need a little bit of Gatorade just to help me get that sugar back into me. But we also want to make sure that we're not just drinking those all the time. And a great thing to do is dilute them with water, because they are filled with a ton of sugar. So making sure that you're not just drinking a bunch of sports drinks and forgetting that water. And really read what's in the sports drinks that you're drinking. They're making a lot better ones now that are more natural and have less harsher ingredients. So really research what you're putting into your body before you are actually drinking or eating it. So then I want to just touch on some snacks on the water that are maybe great grabs for you guys. I know I've talked to a lot of sailors, and a lot of sailors say, I don't like eating out in the water, or I like to eat when I come back to land. And that's okay if maybe you're only going out for a short amount of duration. But if you're going to be out there for 8 hours, it's really important that you're drinking, or you're eating and giving your body the nutrients it needs to keep going. So I want to touch on some great snacks that are easy grab and goes, and that you can kind of tailor to what you like, because everybody's going to be different and everybody's body is going to agree with things differently. For example, I struggle with acid reflux, so certain things that are good for some people to eat aren't really great for me. So you got to find what works for you and test them out. So maybe something you ate made you feel too full and you couldn't hike as hard. So what's something else you could eat that would not give you that same feeling? So testing things out, and you do this all the time for different activities that you're doing. And it's really important. The same thing goes for sailing. So some great snacks are granola bars. You can buy them or you can make them too. If you're buying them, you can really want to make sure what's in them. So are they good ingredients? Are they really high in sugar or fat? So find something that's really going to help sustain you rather than just give you a big sugar rush. Some of the bars that I like to recommend are Go Macro bars or Cliff bars. But you guys, there's a bunch of different ones out there. They're making loads of different ones every day. So find something that you like and has good ingredients in it. And then if you're feeling daring, making them at home is a lot of fun. I have a couple of recipes that you can check out on our website that have just fun ways to make them at home. Another great one is trail mix. So nuts are a great source of protein and they keep you full for a longer period of time. So making a nice trail mix is a great one for taking out in the water and something easy you can snack on. You can put it in your life jacket and a baggie and you're good to go. Some fruit options are great. Some apples and bananas are great options and they're really easy grab and go ones that you can take or have your coach have on the boat or come in when you're eating. So veggies, people might not think of these, but veggies are be a great option and they're just easy as trail mix to take into a bag or something and put them into your life jacket. Some great ones that are easy to eat out in the water would be celery and carrots. And they're really great with nutrients and getting your veggies into. Sandwiches. A lot of us go to regattas and they always give us like a lunch meat sandwich that's not very appetizing probably when you're out in a hot summer day. But some other options would be a sandwich with like nut butter and jelly. And nut butter is great because again, it's giving you that protein from the nuts and also going to help make you fuller for longer. I try to stick to whole grain bread if you can, or whatever is going to agree with you out in the water. And the best option that I can say is always try to stick with real food rather than processed food. We're going to get a lot more nutrients from real food instead of something that's in a bag or a box. So really eating real food as much as possible is a great option. All right, the next one I want to share with you guys photos. Last one I want to share with you was about routines. So I wanted to share with you routines. So I wanted to talk a little bit about fitness routines and nutrition routines, especially now that our routines are changing since we're all at home. And I heard that you guys aren't going back to school now. So our routines are different. And this is a great time that we can make a new routine for ourselves and really start fresh on both our fitness and nutrition. So a couple topics I wanted to talk to you about was a fitness routine. So have your week planned out for you. Like know what you have, you know at the beginning of the week what you have. So you guys know when you have to do your schoolwork and when you're doing that online now. So find a way to fit something in each day of fitness. So for example, I always plan my week out on Sundays. So right now I'm training for an Ironman. So right now my week is planned out from Monday through Saturday I work out. And then Sunday's my rest day. So I always look at each day on what I can get in each day and where I'm going to get my strength in, when I'm going to get my cardio in, and what other obligations I have for that day. So writing it down on a calendar and having a plan is going to make you accountable and make you get into that routine each day, especially now that you guys maybe aren't starting school till later in the afternoon or mid-morning that you have time. So find when you have the time and get something in each day. And even if you have little time, like getting a 15-minute workout in is better than not doing anything at all. So I really encourage you to look at your schedules and really try to find in time. And this is going to help you get into a nice routine, not only for your sailing fitness, but also for your daily life as you guys grow up and go off to college and get older as adults. Another great thing to add is fitness challenge. So fitness challenges are awesome. I've made a lot of different ones. I write articles for Sail One Design if you guys have ever checked that out. And I have a couple different ones on there. You can go check. There's a sailing fitness section, and there's push-up, burpees, plank, full body, fitness challenges, and they're usually last for 30 to 31 days, depending on what the month is. And you can really, it doesn't have to start at the beginning of the month. You could start midway and go on to the other days. So really changing and doing stuff every day. So a fitness challenge is awesome thing you can do, and really challenges yourself, and is a good thing that guys can incorporate. I'm actually going to start one tomorrow just to do another one. And I like to do them every once in a while. I'll put them back into my routine. So doing a push-up one, I think the push-up one ends up getting, you start with like 2 push-ups, and then by the end you're doing, I think 50 push-ups. I have to look at it again, but you'll really feel this, how you're able to do more push-ups in a row than you were at the beginning. So that's great. So getting into a fitness routine is really important. The next one is nutrition routine. So just as fitness, we want to have a nutrition routine. As I said, nutrition is probably more important than getting all your fitness in each day. So get into a routine of eating right. And maybe a lot of you guys are probably getting your meals maybe made by your parents. Maybe you guys help out. But maybe this would be a great time for you to get involved in helping out your parents and planning out your meals ahead of time and eating healthier options and keeping up your nutrition throughout being at home. So every person is going to be a little bit different. For example, I think I said last week, I'm gluten-free because I have an allergy, and I'm also plant-based. So I only eat plant-based diet. And maybe that's something that you guys want to explore, or you're scared of trying because you think it's difficult. It's actually a lot easier, and there's lots of different recipes that you guys can try out there. So find a diet that's going to work for you and that you're eating more real food, as I said before, than processed food. So trying to make things at home, and it doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be complicated, but preparing things, and maybe you prepare things on Sunday and then you have food throughout the week to eat, rather than you can grab something fast and easy, maybe not the healthiest option. So getting into a nutrition routine is really important, as well as a fitness routine. So those are the topics that I wanted to cover today. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I know I touched on a lot of different topics, but if anybody has any questions towards any of that stuff right now, we can discuss that. Or you can email or anything, any questions that maybe you think about after. But then we'll get into our workout. So I'll give a couple minutes for anybody to ask any questions. And if we don't have questions, that's fine. I know I touched on just a couple different topics, but I think the most important thing is just getting into that routine of having that good fitness and nutrition. And that's going to really enhance your sailing performance when we get back on the water. And just everyday life, you'll feel you're getting stronger and getting more fit.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you eat before you exercise?
So again, that's going to go back into what really works for you. So for example, I personally have to digest my food because I said I struggle with acid reflux. So something I need to eat at least like 2 hours in advance before I eat, but trying something that's going to work for you. So I guess like again, having something that's going to sustain you. So carbs are a really great option. Depending on too what kind of workout you're going to do. So if you're going to go out for sailing for a while, your food option might be different. But some great options too before a workout is like oatmeal is great. That's a lot of carbs and nice feeling food, but also giving yourself able to digest it a little bit too. Also, like fruit, bananas, that kind of stuff, a granola bar, anything that has that carbs and sustainability in it is really good. But again, it's going to really come down to what you feel is able to, your body is able to take in. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. So again, testing things out. Like I've tried things and I've gone out and wanted to work out, and then it's like, oh, that did not agree with me today. So really finding something that does agree with you, and giving your body that chance to try it is important. But again, sticking with something that's real food is, I think my biggest thing is really trying to eat that real food each day that you can, and sticking away from that processed stuff. Any other questions? All right, well, I guess if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If we don't have any more, we'll get started in our workout, okay? All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is start with what we talked about is our stretching. So we're gonna do our dynamic stretching. So we're gonna do lunge, and then we're gonna twist out to that leg that is out. So I'll go sideways so you can see me. So lunging and twisting, and we're alternating sides. So then next I'll put my left leg out, and you can start with whatever leg you want to. And you're just twisting over to that side. My hands are staying out straight. So this is getting my back stretched out and my legs and my core when I do that turn. And we're just gonna do 20 reps, okay? Make sure when you go for that lunge, that knee is getting bent. Might be able to not bend it as much right now, but you'll eventually get there. And really trying to stretch our legs out and our back. And you're just doing a little turn. So as I was talking about with the dynamic stretching, you can see we're going through a full range of motion while we're doing this stretch. So we're not only stretching, but we're getting our body nice and warmed up. You can feel that your body temperature is starting to increase. All right, let's do 5 more of those. Three more. And 1 more here. All right, the next one we're gonna do is stretch our arms out. So straight out, and we're gonna do 10 arm circles forward. So this is getting our arms and our shoulders stretched out. And then we're gonna reverse backwards, 10. All right, let's go reverse 10 back. All right, and then next one we're gonna do is bring our knee to our chest. So you're just pulling that knee all the way up to that chest and then back down, and then you're changing sides. So alternating sides as we do this. You're hugging it into your chest and holding it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then switching sides. So again, going through a full range of motion here. So today's workout, we're going to focus in on some cardio and balance work. So cardio, as we talked about, is important to get to those maneuvers quickly and get our cardiovascular performance up. And then balance is just as important too for sailing, because we're making fast maneuvers, and balance not only is important, but it also helps to strengthen our core. So we're gonna rotate between cardio, balance, and then cardio and then balance. All right, 4 more here. All right, last one, and then we're gonna go back to our lunge with a twist. So lunge out and twist. And our stretching, we want to repeat these stretches for 2 to 3 times. So you can pick a couple different stretches. Instead of just doing it in one spot, you could walk to a certain point and then turn around and walk back to that point. I like to do that if I have a group of people. We're doing 20 of these to get nice and stretched out. And then we'll get into our workout. Let's do a couple more. Two more. And last one. All right, back to arm circles. So 10 forward. And let's go reverse, 10 back now. All right. Next, we'll go back to our knee ups. So knee up to our chest and alternate sides. So bring that knee all the way to that chest. Get a nice leg stretch. And we're gonna repeat this one more time, and then we're gonna get into our workout. All right, let's do 5 more of those. And 1 more. All right, back to the start one. Lunge with a twist. And alternate sides. So we should feel nice and warm now. Ready to get into our workout. Our body should feel nice and stretched out. Again, we're doing this to help ourselves warm up, muscles getting stretched out so we'll be able to perform things better and also avoid any things that may be getting injured. Nice job. Let's do a couple more of those. Try to lunge further down if you can now, that your legs are feeling more stretched out. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. All right, back to arm circles. So 10 forward. Try to keep those arms in line with your shoulders. All right, reverse, 10 back. All right, nice. And then back to our last dynamic stretch, knee ups, knee to your chest, alternating sides. And then we're gonna get into our workout. Bring that knee all the way to that chest, hug it in, and then change sides. All right, let's do 5 more of those. All right, last one. All right, now let's get into our workout. So we should feel nice and warm. First, we're gonna start with some cardio. So the first one we're gonna do is plank jacks. You're in your plank, so I'm on my hands, and I jack my feet in and out. So it's like a jumping jack on the ground. And we're gonna do that for 30 seconds, okay? I got my timer, ready, set, go. So out and back in. Nice job, we got 30 seconds. Trying to keep my back and my hips in line. And I'm doing a jumping jack in a plank. Trying to keep my hands under my shoulders. So try not to move your body forward or back. We got 5 more seconds. Keep pushing, guys. Time. All right, stand up. Next one is split lunges. So kind of jumping lunges. You're gonna jump. You're gonna jump to the next lunge. All right. 30 seconds. Set. Go. So these are really great. Leg one. And really feel your heart rate getting up. Burning in your legs. Try to make it a full range. If you lose your balance, that's okay, I almost did there. 10 more seconds. If you have to take a break, just stop for a second, then get back into it. Almost there. Time. All right, next one is back in plank. Hands under my shoulders, mountain climbers. Knees to chest. 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. So bring those knees to your chest as fast as you can. We got 30 seconds. Keep those hands under your shoulders. If you have to take a break for a second, take a break and then get back into it. Keep pushing. Almost there. Time. All right, we got a 15-second break, and then we're gonna repeat that. So I got my timer going. Grab a thing of water if you need to. And then we're gonna start with plank jacks. All right, time. Get back down to the ground. Plank jacks, 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. So out and in as fast as you can. Getting our heart rate up. Hands under my shoulders. We're halfway there. Keep pushing. Almost there. Time. All right, stand up. And we're going to do split lunges. 30 seconds, ready, go. So jumping lunge, working on our cardio, but also building strength while we're at it. And if you have to take a break, just stop in one of those lunges and then keep going. Keep going. Almost there. Time. All right, back to the ground. Mountain climbers, 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Knees up to your chest. As fast as you can go. Keep going. We're halfway there. Almost there. Keep pushing. Time. All right, 15-second break. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. So you should feel like your heart rate's getting up. And then we're gonna go into some strength balance stuff. All right, let's do it again. Plank jacks. Down to the ground. Ready, set, go. 30 seconds. Jack your feet out and back in. You guys gotta keep pushing. We're halfway there. 10 seconds. Almost there. Time. Stand up. Split lunges. Ready, set, go. Jump. Each lunge. Again, if you gotta take a break, take your break. But try to push yourself. This is the last round of this. Good job, halfway there. If you lose your balance, take a second and get back into it. Couple more seconds. Time. All right, last one. Mountain climbers. Ready, set, go. Into your chest with your knees. This is our last cardio of this round. Keep pushing. Halfway there. Take a knee if you need to, and then get back into it. Almost there. Time. All right, nice. All right, we're gonna move on to the next set. Take a sip of water if you need to. We're going to do single leg deadlift. So I'm gonna raise off one of my foot, and then I'm gonna reach down to my other toe with the other hand. And your balance might be tested here because you might be a little off balance from doing a lot of cardio. So reach down. You can put your hand on your hip, focus in on a point, and we're reaching down 12 times on each side. You'll find that you have better balance on one side than the other. Really try to focus in. We're building strength throughout that leg. You can really feel your ankle. Trying to hold that position. Let's do 4 more on that side and then we'll switch to the other side. Really engage your core. Make sure you stand up all the way. All right, 1 more on that side. And it's okay, like, see, I just lost my balance. Get back into it. All right, now switch to the other side. Lift the other leg up and reach down and back up. And if this is really that difficult for you, put that foot down as you come up. Put the other foot down. That will help give you more balance. And then focus in on a point on the ground to help you. We're gonna call one on this side. Try to reach down all the way to the ground or as far as you can go. Let's do 4 more on that side. Two more. And last one. All right, next one, we're gonna go down to the ground into plank. I'm gonna separate my feet a little bit wider than I normally would. And I'm gonna tap my shoulder and I'm gonna tap my other shoulder. So I'm alternating shoulders. And I see how my body is not moving. We really wanna try to stabilize our core and try just to bring our hand up and down. So separate your feet a little bit wider, your hands a little bit wider. We're doing 20 reps. And focus in, nice and controlled. I'm not going super fast. I'm trying to control and get my stability here. Balancing. I'm not moving my body all around. 5 more. And last one. All right, stand back up. Next one we're gonna do is we're gonna reverse lunge and then drive our knee up. Reverse lunge, drive our knee up. And one fluid motion. We're doing 12 on each side. So again, trying to balance on that leg. That's stabilizing as we come up. 4 more on that side. And last one on that side. Now switch to the other side. Reverse back and drive that knee up. So 1 full motion. So again, engage your core. Focusing on that balance. If you lose it, that's okay. Take a second, regain your balance before you go again. All right, 2 more. And last one on that side. All right, next we're gonna do, it's called a panther shoulder tap. So hands are under my shoulders, my knees, make sure your toes are under, curled under, and I'm gonna bring my knees off the ground like this. This is a panther hold, but instead of just holding like that, I'm going to tap my shoulders like I did the shoulder taps. So panther hold with a shoulder tap. And we're doing 20 of these. So again, separate your feet a little bit wider if you're struggling. Nice and controlled here. My body's not really moving, just my hands. All right, we got 10 more. You should really feel this in your legs. All right, 5 more. And last one. All right, stand up. All right, let's go back to that first one we did. So single leg deadlift. Reach down and stand back up. We're doing 12 on each side. Again, try to really work on that balance. Good job. I know my balance is a little struggling right now, so focus in. Let's do 6 more. And then we'll switch to the other side. Couple more. Let's do 2 more. And last one on that side. All right, let's switch to the other side. So reach down and back up. And again, if you lose your balance, recenter yourself and go for it again. But focus in on a point on the ground and just stare at that the whole time. Even when you stand back up all the way, make sure you stand all the way back up though and bring those shoulders back in line with your back. Let's do a couple more. Should really feel this in that ankle there, that standing ankle. Build in that strength. All right, 3 more. And 1 more. All right, nice job, everybody. Back to the ground. And we're doing shoulder taps. Separate those feet, tap your shoulder, and alternate sides. Really try to work on your body movement, that you're not moving that much. Hands are staying under your shoulders. My body's in line. All right, let's do 10 more. Five more. And 1 more. All right, nice job. Stand back up. And reverse lunge, knee drive. And let's do 12 on each side. Really reverse all the way back. Bending both knees. Driving that knee all the way up. So this isn't only balance, But you also feel a little heart rate going up here because we're driving our knee up fast. 4 more on that side. And 1 more. All right, alternate sides. Reverse back, knee drive up. Keep going. Keep pushing. 5 more on that side. 3 more. 2 and 1. All right. Next one, last one of this set. Panther with shoulder tap. So hands and knees, go onto your toes and bring those knees up and alternate sides. So this is a great one, really working our legs, our balance, and our core. All right, good job, guys. Keep pushing. Let's do 10 more. Three more. And last one. All right, stand up. We're gonna go back to our cardio, okay? So plank jacks. We got 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. So jack your feet back out and in. So a jumping jack on the ground. Good job, keep pushing. Almost there, you got 10 more seconds. All right, time, stand up. Split lunges. Ready, set, go. So jump to the other one. So jumping lunges. We got 30 seconds. Keep pushing, almost there. Time. All right, back to the ground. Mountain climbers. Ready, set, go. Knees up to your chest, hands on your shoulders. Got 30 seconds. Keep pushing. Make sure you're breathing too. 10 more seconds. Almost there. Time. All right, we're gonna stand up. And looking at the time, we're gonna go into our last set of things. So we're gonna stop with cardio. So the next one we're gonna do is a single leg look up with balance. And I'm gonna time this for 25 seconds each side. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift your leg up. Hands are gonna be out to the side like this. Whew, sorry. And you're gonna look up towards the sky. And you're just holding this balance. So make sure you engage your core. 25 seconds, ready, set, go. All right, keep that balance. Look up towards the sky. If it feels really easy, try to raise your leg up a little bit higher. But you're really trying to work on engaging your core and keeping that balance going. Keep going. Work is on that standing leg too. Working that ankle. Almost there. Time. All right, lift that other leg up now. And same thing. Hands out, look up towards the sky. Ready, set, go. So pick a point to look up towards. And remember, engage that core. So squeeze that core. Balance, focus in. Try to make sure that leg is straight out. Keep pushing. We got a couple more seconds. We're almost there. Time. All right, the next one, we're gonna go back down to the ground and we're gonna do a side plank. So hand is bent like this. My feet are gonna be stacked like this. And I'm gonna bring my knee to my elbow. So you're just bringing knee to elbow. If that's too hard, bend your other knee at the bottom and have that on the ground and go up and down, okay? So you can always modify everything. 20 seconds each side, okay? So do what you can. Ready, go. So knee to elbow and trying to keep that leg off the ground. If you need to though, bend that knee and try to extend the hand up and down to your knee. Elbows touching my knee. We got 20 seconds, we're almost there. Keep pushing. All right, time. We're gonna switch to the other side. So I'm gonna turn to the other side of my mat. Same thing, ready, set, go. So I have that knee bent, knee to elbow. Again, bend that knee if you need to and have it on the ground if you're not able to do this yet. So always modify if you need to. Almost there. Time. Nice job. We're gonna stand back up and we're gonna do a skater from side to side. So I'm gonna hop to this side, opposite hand, opposite foot, and we're just gonna skate like this. 25 seconds, ready, set, go. So opposite hand, opposite foot. Again, we're balancing, but we're also doing some cardio here. Try to balance on that one foot. If you hop, again, if you get a little bit unbalanced, that's okay. 25 seconds, we're almost there. All right, time. Nice job. All right, back down to the ground. So maybe some of you guys heard the bird dog before. We're gonna do a bird dog plank. So we're gonna be in plank and you're gonna raise opposite hand and opposite leg. And you're gonna alternate sides. All right, 20 seconds. Ready, set, go. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Work on that balance. Hold it there for like a second or two and then switch sides. You're gonna find you have better balance on one than you have the other. All right, time. All right, one more round and then we'll stretch. So single leg balance for 25 seconds each side. Ready, go. Leg out, look up towards the sky. Really focus in on that balance. Try to straighten that leg out. Keep those hands out. You got 25 seconds and then we're switching to the other side. Time. All right, switch to the other side, go. Again, straighten that leg out. Hands are out. Looking up towards the ceiling. Really engage that core. Make sure your back is staying nice and straight up. I personally struggle with my posture, so I always have to remind myself to straighten out my back, pull my shoulders back. Almost there, time. So really important for that. All right, back to the ground. Side plank with elbow to knee. Ready, go. We got 20 seconds. Again, drop that knee on the bottom down if you need to. Keep that elbow under that shoulder. Try to get your elbow to your knee for as far as you can go. All right, time. Switch to the other side. All right, ready, set, go. Again, knee to elbow. Same thing on the other side. Good job, everybody. Keep pushing. We got a couple more seconds. All right, time on that side. All right, stand back up. We got a skater. Hop to one side to the other. Opposite hand to opposite foot. We got 25 seconds. Then one more exercise and then we're done and gonna stretch. You guys are doing awesome. Keep it up. 10 more seconds. Try to give that a nice big jump to one side to the other. All right, time. All right, last exercise, bird dog plank. 20 seconds, let's do it. Time. Here we go. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Raise it up to the sky, and then switch. Awesome, keep pushing. We only got 20 seconds here. All right, we are done, time. All right, let's stand up and stretch it out, okay? So the first stretch we're gonna do is a side bend. So reach down, other hand comes down my leg, and try to stretch as far as you can. So this is getting a nice core side stretch in, nice back stretching, nice. We'll come back up and then switch to the other side. Awesome job, guys. Little cardio and balance there to really help strengthen your cardiovascular systems and really focusing on strengthening your whole body with that balance and that core. All right, we're gonna roll back up. We're gonna do a hip stretch. So we're gonna lunge out. We're gonna drop that back knee down, and then we're gonna place our one hand on the ground and lunge up towards this, or reach up towards the sky, turn that back, and that's getting a nice back or nice hip stretching. You can move that leg back that was lunged down in the back to get more of a hip stretch and kind of feel your stretches. Your stretches should really feel what you need, okay? So lunge into that a little bit more if you need a deeper hip stretch. And look up towards the sky. All right, now switch legs. So just push back that other leg and then drop that other leg in. And same thing, so lunge up, look up towards the sky. And again, you can come back down and try to stretch your hip out a little bit more. So I like to get a nice hip stretch in, so lean forward a little bit. Try to stretch the other leg back out. All right, now we're gonna stand back up. And let's stretch our arms out. So across the body, arms and shoulders. Get a nice shoulder, arm stretch in. The more you hug it up, the bigger stretch you're gonna get. Now let's switch to the other side. And as you come across, shake out those arms. Feel a nice stretch. All right, let's roll down to our toes and stretch our legs out a little bit more. So try to reach down as far as you can to your toes. If you can't reach there yet, that's okay. You're gonna work on it. You're gonna get more flexible as you start doing different activities. All right, we're gonna roll back up. We're gonna grab our ankle and stretch our quads out. So really grab on that ankle. If that doesn't feel like you're getting a stretch, if you're grabbing your ankle, you can grab like farther down your leg and get more of a stretch in. Maybe that's too much of a stretch on your ankle, so go to your foot. All right, let's switch to the other side. So same thing. Get a nice stretch. And really, again, stretching what you need to stretch out here. I'm going over stretches of muscle groups that we really work today, but you might find that maybe something else felt a little bit weird or needs a little bit stretching after you work out or you go sailing. All right, overhead tricep stretch. So you're bringing that one arm over and then grabbing onto the other one, stretching out our triceps here. Nice job. Hope you guys all enjoyed that workout and felt the sweat. I know I did with that cardio. All right, let's do the next side. And then bring that arm down and we're gonna do a nice back and neck stretch. So hands go out like this. I'm gonna turn to that one side. I'm gonna look over my shoulder. So I'm not only stretching my back out, but I'm stretching that neck because I'm looking over that shoulder. And you can do a little rotation with your neck too if you need to. All right, let's go back to the other side. Look over the shoulder of the other side now. Get a nice stretch in there. All right, we're gonna come back to center. Last stretch we're gonna do is a side lunge. So we're gonna lunge out. And you can put your hand on that knee there. And then you're gonna come back and do that triangle, and then you'll lunge back out. So as I talked about in the beginning, this is what I'm referring to as active isolated stretching. I'm lunging into a movement. So I'm going to a range of motion, but I'm holding this for a couple seconds and then I'm coming back. So one more time on that side. Whereas static stretching, I'm just holding in that stretch. All right, let's go to the other side. So lunge to the other side. Same thing, so you can put your hand on your knee, stretch over, and then stand back up. And go lunge as far as you need to. If you really feel like that's a really good stretch and you may want to go a little bit further, go a little further. So really stretch out your muscles here. And stretching is not only good for you to do before and after activity. Let's do one more time. But even on your days off, I like to stretch because that helps me get more flexible. So by stretching every day, we get more flexible and then we're able to perform activities a little bit better each day and in our daily life. But great job today, guys.